I'm Dr. Catherine. We're here with Practical Magic for Neurodivergence. Jamicha is here to talk to us about beads and what it means for her and what the history of beads. Gosh, the last time we did it, it was so amazing and so in depth, and I'm just hoping to learn more about it. Jamicha, how did you get into beads? How did you get into this hobby?
All right. Well, since I was little, I've always liked basically to make things beautiful. Um, and to be able to, adorn myself gave me a sense of safety. So one of the things that I wanted to show you kind of while I was working to, helps me focus better would be beads are made out of so many different materials that you can even make them out of paper. And I'm going to show you how.
Oh, I love that. Okay. How
Um,
fun.
So, as far back as early Mesopotamia, you can find traces of glass beads, clay beads, bone beads, teeth beads. Yeah, the soldiers there, quite characters.
Okay. Okay. Right.
And so, one of the things that they just made things out of what they had.
Mhm.
Much like the intentionality that I put into necklaces and bracelets and just beautiful adornments comes from somewhere within. And like most artists will tell you, it's coming through me, it's not coming from me. So
Mhm.
this is a National Geographic magazine.
Okay.
Um, I have now, where I've read them all so many times that they were starting to fall apart, found a way to repurpose them into something beautiful.
Oh, that's so fun. Look at that. So
Now,
you're
mind
making a
you,
bead out of magazine paper.
hmm so
Okay.
what we're doing here is we'll find which side we want to be the top,
Mhm.
pencil, and then all you're doing is rolling it.
Okay.
This is something that people can do, gives you that little bit of something to do while you're watching TV, a fun thing, Mod Podge, that
Oh,
you can
okay.
do with your kids. Because when the Akan people and the African people would make beads and they would make these beautiful tapestries and these necklaces and these, they would dress the warriors, the princesses, everybody wore
Mhm.
beads.
Oh, okay.
What they would do was they would, use what they had. So they could take something ordinary out of materials that they saw every day, repurpose it, and make it brand new. Hang on, let me make sure I want to make sure this sticks. I get a little retentive when it comes to the painting part. See, these are what families would do. You would have women that would they'd be outside all day. They would talk about life. They would talk about their families. They would talk about how we're all just getting through it, how each of us are like our own unique bead.
There's the social aspect and the creative and something to do with your hands, the crafts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, as you're just speaking life into the people around you and the people that you share common interests with, you're creating something that's physically beautiful and something emotionally beautiful. All these different beads here, where you can sit, all of these different beads here, they're all just paper.
That's so neat.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not something that costs you a lot of money. It's something that you can express with. Now, of course, your paper beads are one thing, but this is another one I made. I made this, not the beads, that are just wooden beads. And what was once a tree, something so beautiful
That
out
is
of
so
something so simple.
beautiful. I love those. So
So
there's
little
paper, wood. What other kind of
porcelain.
stuff do you have to show us as far as the materials?
We also have, and this is one that I've been really excited about getting to do here recently. Not only am I a bead worker, but I am a mother and a neurodivergent mother
Right?
with
Okay.
a teething autistic toddler.
Oh,
So
check
we
it
have,
out.
I also make jewelry.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I totally have that desire to chew or like bite the inside of my cheek or chew on pencils. Look at that.
Yeah.
So these must be made of, what are they made of?
These are all food grade silicone. And then what I'll do with these is we'll have the spacers in between, of course, but like I like these as different textures. I like these as giving you something to fiddle with so that you can think a little bit better. They don't get, I just like the way this feels.
So like
Yeah.
fidgets too,
Yes,
not just the
yes,
chewing fidget, but you can also
right.
feel. Yeah, I
And it's
would
a
think I would probably do
multiple
that with the
thing.
paper ones too. And yeah.
You can
Yeah.
roll those around. I do roll those around. I have some, this one I've made that has shells. So in the way that I'll do this
Okay.
one, now this is African jasper.
Okay.
So it's a grounding stone. It's one for protection. It's an amplifier, and I put that with the purity and the safety of the symbolic pearl. These aren't real pearls. Uh,
Okay.
and then to remember to flow like water. So I'll say like, I am smart. I am kind. I am grateful. I am smart. I am kind. I am grateful. I flow like
Okay.
water.
Oh my gosh, that is so neat. So now we've moved from it's a fun craft to it has fidget purposes to there's actual intention and meaning and energy behind. Well, we could
Yes.
probably import that onto anything, but it seems like when there's stones, becomes a little bit more meaningful. How did you learn like the meanings of the different stones?
So here's the thing. What gets me a little bit about my process is we do have a crystal store here that's called House of Onyx that I'll go in. Um,
Uh-huh.
However I find it determines if I get it. I don't get the ones that I'm just looking and shopping for. They have to find me. I had a aura stone at one time. They're about this big, and I tripped and fell in front of the counter,
Oh
and
my
that's how
gosh.
I found my aura stone.
Okay. So there's an
And
intuitive element for you.
yes, there's definitely an intuitive
Oh
element for
my
me.
gosh. I love how
Um,
you trip and fall. Like I'm very clumsy. It's one of my neurodivergent things. So I'm like, okay, maybe you stumble upon good things that way.
yes, we do.
Love
We always
it.
stumble upon good things.
Mhm. That's so amazing. So you like to go in the store and you just like you you're guided by some sort of events
Yeah,
or intuition for what to get.
I like to think that there's what you know and there's what you think you know. What I know is that there is something that I can feel in me that's not necessarily explained by science. Some people call it the ancestors that work with you. Some people call it your connection to source. Some people call it spirit guides. Whatever it is, I get in this zone and I'm just the vessel, which is more like the seers of like, ancient cultures and stuff like that. That's why I think that I don't necessarily monetarily profit off this. All my needs are always provided for. So
Okay. So
I
now we're
make
getting
sure,
into the magic part. Ah,
yes,
I love it so
that's where
much.
the magic is for me.
Yeah. So there's an
Um,
energy, communication, and download and exchange that happens for you.
yes.
Love
Uh,
it. Okay.
I have to very much clear my space when I create. Like right now, I am like itching, like I'm like itching to do stuff because it's a full moon. Like last night, I charged
Right.
all my crystals. That's how I'm getting ready for an international festival this weekend.
Oh my gosh,
So
cool.
I'll be showing some of these pieces off. So everyone had to be charged beneath the full moon last night. Um, I collected water so I could really purify everything. I also use a sage smudge for them right before I hand them to the person. Um, the message comes through me that that person is to find what I have. I already have it for them. I'm just the messenger.
Okay, so
So
some of what you're creating, you don't know who it's going to be for, but it's going to find somebody.
yes, that
Love
is
it.
the main reason why I don't do a lot of advertising because if I'm just out there advertising, I'm muddying the waters. I'm making it harder for that person to find what's meant for them. So I just wait.
That's so beautiful.
I haven't been working enough, is what I say. These are mine. These are what I give. I have given them all out. You saw the first time
Yeah,
how
you
many
had
I have.
a whole sleeve full on that arm. So you just, how do you know, like, where are you? Did the people come to you, or how do you know who gets what?
It's usually I will fixate on one that I've been playing with.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's in the front, sometimes in the middle. It's not, I don't choose it. It lets me know. Uh, to other people, it would feel like a warmth of the hand, like if you were holding something that was freshly like warmed, but not like a steamy hot, like a glowing hot.
Oh, interesting. So that's one of the ways you pick up on it. You
Yes.
perceive like a
Uh,
heat to it.
yes.
Oh my
If you
God.
do
A
like
warmth.
Reiki is very
Oh yeah.
similar.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your hands get sort of warm and okay, like that.
And I am notoriously cold natured. And it's usually like I will walk into a place and it's this somebody for no other reason other than I have something for you will talk to me like they know me.
Oh, wild. Okay, so that's usually a clue.
Yes.
They're
And then
attracted. They're coming toward you.
whatever they need to get off their chest, whatever is going on. Sometimes it's just me. I went into a vet's office one day and was sitting there with a dog because I used to work at a humane society. And this woman came in and she sat across the thing and she was just, and I could feel the heaviness in her chest. And I said, I don't know what's wrong, but, and I don't think I can help. Can I sit with you?
Oh man. Yeah.
And so I sat with her and she just kind of leaned over and she starts telling me about her dog. He's 16 years old. He's just started having seizures. He's having, like all these problems and stuff. And she was afraid that this time was it. And I told her, I was like, that's not it. Like, he's sitting here looking at you like you're going to
Uh-huh.
take your baby home. I am very careful not to typically give out that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And she said, she was like, I don't know how you, and I pulled off one of them and I handed it to her. And I said, okay, that's not for me to tell. I reassured her that the
Hmm.
luck and the love in this bracelet
Hmm.
would help her in some way.
Okay. So you got a download about how it might help her, but the message was give it to her, don't explain.
Yes.
That's so cool.
And a lot of the problem is when I try to retell these stories, there it's taken from me. It wasn't my story. I was a part of their story. Does that make sense?
Well, what? Say more. Help me understand. So it's like you don't want to give them your story. You want to be part of
I
their story?
I have the privilege to be a character in a lot of people's stories.
Yeah.
I don't choose the character. They do.
Okay. Okay,
So
right.
sometimes I am a healer, sometimes I just give you a piece of wisdom. Sometimes I'm just somebody that makes you laugh.
Uh-huh.
But every time something like that happens, that person remembers me. I may
Hmm.
forget them because they weren't,
Hmm.
yeah, which makes you feel terrible. But like
Well,
at
I
the
mean,
same
that
time,
I can relate to that because I'm a therapist, right?
yeah.
So, I mean, I'm a neurodivergent therapist, which means I'm not the best at trying to play the blank slate role. I interact a lot. Like, but I think that there's a lot of wisdom in not necessarily telling everyone something so that they can then project onto you and mirror back to them what they need to know. So
Yeah.
I relate to that and I get it.
And like I used to do a lot of these bracelets and stuff. I would make them for people, and I'd noticed the people that did not treat them well, did not, that was my lesson that I wasn't, they weren't my people.
Okay. Hmm.
And it's just, it's been a beautiful awakening here recently, the last few months of really leaning in because I spent my entire life just covering up what I could do. Um, I know I'm not meant to be seen, I'm meant to help. So you have like there's a her name was Nanny. She's a Jamaican nanny. That was her
Okay.
name. And
Nanny.
she
Okay.
was she put herself on the front lines after being told that she could not help the soldiers. But she
Oh,
opened her own clinic.
okay.
She, and what I'm saying is that type of person that's like, you have a job to do, and I don't care what gets in your way, it's your job to do. My
Okay.
job is to give this.
Mm-hmm.
I provide a little bit of beauty just to keep you going.
Mm-hmm.
One of
Mm-hmm.
the things that I did kind of switch to, in addition to the beads, um, I may get stuff like this now. You are never alone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the they used to have the WWJD bracelet, and
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
sort of like that. Okay, I love
And
that.
they
Just to
all have
share. Yeah.
different affirmations. They have like this
Mm-hmm.
one is you're never alone. This one is never give up. This is
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like we are all beads. You can string us in different ways. You can put us in different situations. We all work beautifully together, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes you have to
Yeah.
take a bead out of here and you have to put it on. You maybe shouldn't
Okay,
have been on.
right.
Yeah, you shouldn't
So
have been on this bracelet. You're an earring, you know?
it's like who we should be connected to and where we could be placed to serve
Yeah,
our purpose.
yeah. And when I work, that reminds me of that, is that we are all as unique as two beads may look alike, but they're not exactly the same. No bracelet, no necklace, no, I'm gonna start making malas to aid in meditation, stuff like that.
Oh, I love
Uh,
that. Aren't they usually made of wood or does it matter? Okay.
108, you can
Yeah.
wood or stone is what
Okay.
I've been told,
Yeah.
but I am learning more every day, so I may be wrong about that in a couple weeks.
I do think 108 is right because that's like the number of times you might want to repeat a mantra or do a yoga like sun salutation or sort of thing like that, right?
Yes. Uh, yeah. And like when I started getting into like quantum physics, and that's the name of my business is, well, my hobby shop is string theory intentional adornments.
Oh, I
And
love that. String
yeah,
theory, intentional adornments.
yes.
So it's
It
intention. I love that that's built in.
Because all of them are like, I don't create from a place of, I need to do this to survive. I need to do this to pay my bills. Like this is purely out of love. I appreciate when people donate to me so that I can buy more stuff, but I know the
Hmm.
universe provides and my message will get out.
That's so
And my
beautiful.
message is always one of, here's a little bit of a beauty. Just
Mhm.
remember, if you don't have anything else to hold on to, your rest is right there. Your necklace is right there.
Wow.
Keep going.
And that's so neat. The fact that it's made by you and you have such this beautiful, welcoming energy. I feel like just the fact that it was made by you would probably have some magic in it. Like some of your energy that you're sharing, some of your intention, that could be so powerful.
I do feel like a little piece of me goes with it, with every piece. But I mean that in the best way. And I still cleanse it before I leave because I don't feel like love is something that we get to keep. Love is something we get to experience. And I hope that when someone experiences me, that's what they get. And if
Yeah.
that necklace goes with you, then at least you know at all times someone cares.
Hmm. Oh my gosh.
Right?
So it was crafted with a lot of care,
Yes.
chosen, and yeah,
Like
amazing.
me being adopted, like I didn't have a whole lot to hang on to. Like, and then my mom worked nights. I was adopted by a single mom, and like she was trying. Like my mom's great, don't get me wrong, but you
Yeah,
know,
it's
we were
hard out here for a parent, for sure.
yeah, we were poor, black, and in a racist area, and
Oh shit.
like she's a deputy jailer, which is basically a prison guard. So like
Okay.
I met the most broken of people at a very young age. Some of the
Mm-hmm.
most broken people helped raise me. And like
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I noticed that they all said was when I would make in a bracelet or if I would make a like I would make headbands and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
someone always noticed. Someone always saw me because of the love that I wore on the outside.
That's so sweet. You know what it reminds me of? I've made a trip to Japan and I was on the bullet train, like going outside of Tokyo, and I was sitting there and this first of all, people in Japan are like so considerate, so polite. You don't make noise on the train. You know, people are very quiet and nice. And this mom and her little daughter, the daughter came by and she dropped a little paper crane on my little tray and she had folded it. That was what she, and I'm like, I could not, I mean, like I felt so blessed by that. And I think that there's like a whole intention of peace and like brotherhood, community, you know, associated with the paper cranes. And so not only is it something that you can do with your hands, but like, you know, her intention while she was crafting that, she didn't think she was going to give it to me, but she must have been doing that. It's like, here, this lady looks nice. Let me bless her with this little paper crane. Oh,
Yes. See, out of all those people, you deserved it.
that was so sweet. It really touched me. I will never ever forget that little girl. So you probably have like left a trail of people that will never forget little Jamaica with the beats. Oh my gosh.
If that's how my legacy is, then I couldn't have lived a better life.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was little kid you. Now you've grown. So this is going to be
Yeah.
neat. I'm so glad you're sharing about this. I think it's so special.
I mean, the last time, like I said, the last time we did this, like I love telling about, Aphrodite running through the woods and pricking her foot while she's running from Adonis. And, that's how we got rose quartz, is the love of Aphrodite infused into a stone.
Okay, whoa.
Like,
There's a whole like legend and lore around that.
yes.
That's neat.
Like all the colors represent different things. The jade represents, just the beautiful aspect of like all the different crystals, all the different colors. All of it has a meaning. So each time that you assemble something, like, you know, earth,
Earth,
like
that one is
the
wood.
wood. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
The grounding bracelet. If you're about to go into something that you need to have your head on straight for, there you
Okay.
go. Get you some African turquoise, that jasper that I was speaking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
when you need to to feel the heart of a warrior, get you a stone that's inscribed with a warrior symbol, something like
Okay.
that. Like,
Like a rune or something, right?
yes. And
Okay.
they come from all cultures.
Yes.
A feeling is universal. The spirit, the energy is universal. And I don't
Hmm.
feel like that is something that you can corrupt.
Okay,
That makes
that's
sense.
amazing. Yeah. Oh, how interesting. Hmm.
I mean, I got that question last time about how do you deal with the aspect of, there are beads that are harvested that do not come from good sources. They are associated with pain. But, just like rescue dogs, you give it a new purpose. You don't
Oh,
throw it in the trash because of where it's been.
yeah, right. So it's like the blood diamonds, for example.
Yes.
It's like we're not going to be able to return that diamond to the earth, and the people that had to mine it were probably exploited.
But I can wear this in some of the most beautiful places in the world for you.
Uh-huh. So it puts a good intention back in.
Right. And that's balancing the scales.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I
It's
mean,
so deep. Like you can engage with this speed thing on a just it's something to do with my hands all the way to like this is magic. Like it is
yes,
really
this is my
uh,
spiritual armor.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can then you can use it for like your mantras or whatever it is that you're trying to cultivate, whatever intention it could sounds like it could amplify and
Mhm.
maybe absorb and release, protect.
Yes. You're like
Amazing.
your lapis lazuli, your onyxes. Copper is a good amplifier for anything. You can was just talking about buying this, a copper pot so that I can make, he calls it rock soup, but you can get like full on crystals, quartz, rose quartz, and you can infuse these into plant medicine and make tinctures.
Oh, dang. Wait, who was this that
Yeah.
was saying that about rock water or something?
My husband calls it rock soup. Rock soup.
Rock soup. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's like the energy from the copper and the stone. It's kind of like when you make moon water, you're putting that energy into the water, and then you can use the water for intentional
Yeah.
purposes.
I mean, you can add cinnamon for luck. You can add like I make my own elderberry syrup from and goldenrod. I'm working on a goldenrod tincture, but I bragged about it and then the sun crispified it the next couple days. Like I
Dang
promise
it.
you, yeah,
Okay.
can't make this stuff up. I'm not allowed to brag.
Okay. Okay.
Dandelion, like you can weave dandelion into jewelry.
Mhm.
Like I said, there is as many possibilities with the world that we have as there is the beads that I buy. Like
Mhm.
everything we need is right here. We just have to learn how to use it.
That is so amazing. So, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, if they felt motivated from hearing this to like reach out, how could they reach you, or would that be okay?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm it may take me a while. I live in a different time frame than most people for some reason. But
I can relate.
yeah, I linked my TikTok. You can always reach out to me there. I also have Facebook, String Theory, Intentional Adornments. Uh, that'll pull my Facebook page up right there. Um, and then mostly those two. Like I'm that kind of person that I cannot tell you how many times somebody has talked about me and then I walk through the front door.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, so if somebody were to hear from you and they're meant to connect you, they're going to be able to get a
I
hold
have
of you
no
and it will
doubt you'll
feel
find
right
me.
with the timing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's so amazing. Well, we have a couple of guests, so I'm curious if anyone here has any questions. You could either unmute or you could type a question in the chat. I would love to see if we can get Jamicha to share any insights.
Hi. Hi, Jamicha. I'm so sorry that I missed quite a bit of this. So um
You're good.
it was what I did here was super interesting, especially about like your background and how it all ties in as all things kind of end up doing. But so this is a weird question. Do you have any like I don't know, suggestions for types of beads to use on a hanging planter? Because I just made a couple of hanging planters and it brought me like so much joy just to make these like super simple little like knotted planters and hang the plants up. And now I'm like, I would really love to put beads on the ends of the strings.
Prismatic glass beads. They
Oh.
will catch the light
Hmm.
um, and reflect it back. The plants love it, and it's beautiful.
Ooh, I thank you.
No problem.
I can see
Yeah.
it now. It would like project little rainbows onto the walls if it's in the right light. Oh my God, beautiful idea.
Do you have any particular suggestions for where to find prismatic beads like that?
Amazon does have some. I'm not usually a huge fan of them, but they do have some.
Hmm.
A lot of mine, I used to know a glass blower, so I don't have it anymore. But I used to know a lady that blew glass, and she would make them.
I'm in
Yeah,
the Boston area, so I could imagine I could probably find a glass blower around here somewhere.
yes. They can even like add in flecks of like gold to it as they're making them, and it makes it even more like vibrant when the light hits it.
Oh, wow. Neat. Thank you for the inspiration.
That's so
Let
cool,
me know if
Stephanie.
you get them. I'd love to see.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Yeah, it seems like macrame, right? I don't know, it's a form of making a necklace, right? It's a
Yeah.
certain
Well, the
if you can
knotting, yeah.
yeah, you would knot it differently if it was gonna hold a plant. Maybe, but it is kind of like making a necklace for your plants. I love it.
Hmm.
Stephanie, I was thinking, what about, aren't you near Salem? Like that must be so cool. They probably have
Yeah.
all kinds of really cool crafts and stuff over there. And
Yeah, I'm in Cambridge, and Somerville, which is very close, has
yeah.
this wonderful arts community. But yeah, Salem is very fun.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Somerville, I've heard cool things about too. How neat. I can't wait. I hope that you'll share what you come up with for your plant holders. That's
Yes,
amazing.
I will. Well, in thanks for the inspiration, absolutely.
Okay, Devin, you had a question.
I have two questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So when you was talking about the origins of beatings, you mentioned African people and Macan. I just want to make sure that was the right group, if it was Macan or
The Akan
Macan.
ethnic group is where my specific heritage is tracked back to. There was beads all throughout Western Africa. Um, Mesopotamia is where they have been found furthest back. What I was sorry, what I was more referring to with that was the way in which they were laying them is more similar to the intentionality behind what I do.
Right,
And
sorry.
it's Akan, ACAN or with an M or
Akan.
AKAN. Okay, good. So now I'm gonna Google that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That's
It's
what I was
modern day
hoping.
Ghana. Modern day Ghana.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
Ghana. Okay.
And second question, do you have any suggestions for making paper beads last a bit longer, or they just last as long as they are meant to?
They usually just last as long as they're meant to. But what I do, like I do the Mod Podge. You can also spray on an acrylic sealer. And if you like, well, okay, so if you're sliding it down it, I will sometimes put Mod Podge on the outside here and then slide it down through it so it seals the inside too.
Thank you.
So now I'm all inspired. I feel like, wouldn't it be cool to like schedule a little hour or crafting kind of an hour where people could do some of this? Like maybe somebody could be making some beads, maybe somebody could be doing something for like a necklace or a bracelet. Maybe we could even just get together and do other crafts and just sort of chat about it. I'm curious if people would be
Yeah.
interested in that.
Yeah, like some people are crocheting, some people are because you could do needlework like that, you could do crocheting like that, you could, bead work and
I
ooh,
love
that'd be
it. Okay, good. I want to see if we can do something like that, just kind of like crafty hour. And if people are wanting, maybe we can do something like, okay, Jamicha's going to be here and she's going to show us the bead technique. So bring an old magazine, and if you can get some glue or Mod Podge, try that. And then maybe other
yeah.
people could show us different things, right?
That's
Um,
awesome.
Devin went to something like that last night and really liked it. Okay. Coloring. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, totally.
Or like I would put like goals on the inside of my on the inside of the papers. So like then I would know on the outside like this is for this is for that, and then it would just be like, you know,
Oh my God,
and
I
it was like
love
I got a
that.
dopamine hit from that.
You can write your intention on the paper before you roll it
Mhm.
up and then be like, oh my gosh, that is such a cool, like that, you could take that so many places, right?
Mhm.
Man, you could use it for so many different ways. Like you could have, what should I do next? And then you pick the bead and it could have like a little bit
Ooh,
of an instruction. I was like divination. I'm
yeah.
going wild with this idea, but it seems like it'd be super neat. So many ways to take it, and everybody could, if we decided to get together, we could contribute ideas and share. Like, here's what I'm gonna do. You know?
I'd like to see how, like I said, nobody will make the exact same thing the same way. And I love to see how many different variations you can get. Like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that is so neat. And then the different string, the different like, you know, colors, intentions, ideas.
Mhm.
So creative, but it's also like one of the old, it sounds like it's a very, very old form of creativity. It's like
And you got to slow down a little bit. We live too fast anyway. You got to slow down a little bit.
Mhm. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, I'm so glad everybody could come. If you guys have suggestions for events or anything, just write in. Maybe we can start making something regular happen.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.